Welcome to the Stop Click. The next episode strikes back. Here at wonderful Roll to Play in Coppell, Texas. I am a level 14 Dragon Warrior.
Princess.
Raven.
Dragon Princess.
Here we have
Matt Jackson.
Malicious Mac Jackson.
Malicious? I don't know.
And the General, John Keith.
Awesome. So, before we start, Halloween's right around the corner. You guys
Yeah.
got any plans?
Drinking.
Drinking, okay.
Well, I was planning on
Kool-Aid.
sleeping. I've been out in the field all weekend, so sleeping sounds good right about
Sleeping?
now.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
You know, I thought about ways to mess with the kids, and I still haven't thought of anything. So if you guys come up with some awesome ideas, tips, tricks, or anything like that,
Did
please
you
shoot
see
me a
the
message.
Flying Reaper.
Oh,
Yeah, the quadricopter.
that was
Quadricopter, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, speaking of Halloween, community. How's that for a segue? We're gonna go.
It's awful, actually.
Today's subject. We're gonna be talking about the community of heroclix, and we're gonna do something different and awesome for you guys. I have 3 cards here, G, B, U. We're gonna have the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're gonna shuffle this, and we're each gonna draw 1 card from it, and we're gonna flip it. And not yet. Not yet.
All right, right now.
We're going to start with me, and we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly about this, about the community. So, without further ado, I have the bad. The bad thing about the community is some of the times, well, actually most of the time, it's really like packish, meaning that everybody kind of sticks to their own store.
It's a clicky.
Yeah, it's very cliquish.
Which is
no pun intended.
Yeah.
No pun intended. It's, you know, and I think that kind of hurts the community, mostly because it doesn't really, everybody plays the same people. They get tired of it. They get burnt out real quick. It's not facing new people. They're not socializing as much as they should.
You're not bringing more into the pool.
Exactly, you're not. You know, I mean, I can only play you so many times before I get tired and bored and everything like that. Hopefully, your Grand Prix and these ROC events will do something about bringing it together.
I hope so too. I'm expecting big. I mean, with what we did with just one county, we brought together. You know, everybody's starting to cycle around. I mean, just tonight you had 2 guys.
Yeah, never
that
played.
was
Yeah,
from-
never played before.
Yeah.
That was from Lake Worth all the way out.
That was
to
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
they
appreciate.
came out here.
Show up if you're in the neighborhood. Show up
Yeah.
to your local store. Don't be clicky. Try to meet new people. We're the nicest people on earth. Most of us, 90% of us, maybe.
Exactly.
But
you know.
but yeah, I agree with you. I think.
I mean, the online community is wonderful. The trading.
Yeah, the trading.
communities is,
yeah.
I've never done international shipping or anything like that, but these guys are really cool. Even the DFW HeroClix World Facebook page is still cool. You know, I try to get as many people as out there. And if you're in the DFW area, stop by Roll to Play, man. Have some fun. We just did a $10 tournament. He paid $10 and walked out with the battery pack.
Yeah. See.
You know, I mean, it's
Value.
awesome. You know,
Yeah.
so come check us out.
Cannot beat that whatsoever.
All right.
Matt.
Alrighty, I have the ugly, and I'll be honest, there is a little bit of an ugly side to HeroClix, and it is kind of unfortunate to talk about. I think the kind of the one of the worst things about HeroClix, and this is I guess it happens in the competitive realm, is that when you have a group of very competitive people, things stop being so friendly, especially in big tournaments when the prize is big. Like month 6 of War of Light, a lot of places don't do concurrent. You know how many events you've been in, simultaneous points for all the events.
The grand
they
prize
just go.
is just up for grabs.
The grand prize is just up for grabs, and the razor blades come out.
Kumite.
Yeah, pretty much. The razor blades come out, and not in a good way. You know, when you see certain people, like one of my favorite interactions of the game is how plasticity interacts with hypersonic. I even mentioned this to John Key earlier, the general. When you have plasticity and somebody runs up to hypersonic to make a close combat attack, their movement stops. And most people just forget about it. I mean, it's you know what, you don't usually care about what other characters have during your movement other than plasticity, especially against the white power, like Thanos or a lot of different pieces. And the thing is, you kind of feel bad. You're going, no, you don't get the attack. You this is where you're at. You have to stop your movement. You're done. And that is one of the things I almost hate about the game. I hate being the rules lawyer. Yes, it was kind of intended by playing a piece with plasticity, but no, do I feel good about?
No, you kind of eliminate the friendliness.
No, that's not a friendly interaction. No, I can't let you take it back. You made your mistake. You're done.
Yeah.
And I try, even when we're playing for blood, so to speak. You feel like you feel like it's not the community you like. You know, you don't want to be that person.
I mean, it's to me. It's a part of the rules. You
Yeah.
gotta know the rules. I mean, it's not
Devil's
being,
advocate over here.
It's not being cruel about it.
No, no, I'm not saying you're being cruel, but
You know?
the thing is, sometimes you'd like to say, "No, go and take it back." It's fine. In friendly games, all day, every day. No,
Hey, don't come there in 51 not knowing your rules. The general will get on you.
Yeah. But and like, I'll be honest, I've seen a lot of people be really strict about if you let go of the piece, that's where it's at. And I know that technically is what happens. I understand. But sometimes you didn't realize that you were one away from where you needed to be to make the shot in the first place, or he's got an effect on the board that says you can't make attacks unless you're less than 4 squares away. If you miss that, as soon as you let go of the piece, that's it. And I'll be honest, it's hard to maintain a coherent thought of what the game state is. I mean,
yes,
it's proper to remind people, but it's one of those. It's so unbelievably cutthroat to go. No, you move there. You're 5 squares away. My Indigo power battery says you're 4 squares away. You're done.
Another thing is too, it evolve. Things like that evolve past the capabilities of the piece and goes into the ability of the player at that point. Meaning, it becomes a game of chess.
Yes,
you know,
and in chess, we don't. There are certain rules to follow. Okay, I will go back to it. I'm far and away not the rules lawyer. I am so not the rule lawyer. But at the same time,
if he knows something and you mess it up,
that's the whole point of the game.
Step into the square.
That's part of the game strategy.
Yeah.
Know your piece. Know your characters. Know the rules.
Well, not just that, but a lot of times that's not knowing your piece. You know how many different pieces there are. I think it's
that's why sealed.
And I'll be honest. And I'll be honest. Sealed.
You can't make.
You got to know everything. And I'll be honest. I have seen this once or twice before. I have seen people get offended by me trying to read their cards.
Yeah.
And that is number one. That's a huge ugly thing because you're playing with Captain Marvel. You're playing Defend Ball. Okay, yes, I understand it was a good trick. It isn't, but I saw it, and people get all uptight about it. You're like, no, this is part of the game. You're not allowed to hide any information. Yeah. If I'm lazy enough to not go look at it, that's on me. That's not on you. But and you just get this kind of, you get this kind of back and forth of, no, you really do have to let me see your trick and read it. And even if I ask questions, have to clarify. Does this really work with this? Obviously, a hilarious, ugly interaction is the Thanos with the Green Lantern. Was it month 4 map, month 3 map? Like that's an ugly side of the game.
Yeah, people start using that, and it's no longer fun. It doesn't promote competition at that point.
No,
that's strictly
it's horribly meta.
Slap that on some baloney, dude. Like that's
well, and I'll be honest. And if you go to the ROC event and you're playing at World, I fully expect the cheese. But in the local area, I'll be honest, what's worse is I think especially if you rules lawyer real hard against a new player, that is the most off-putting. Like I cannot tell you how many unbelievable mistakes I made that people let me go back on when I was first starting the game, and I kind of feel like if I were to do that to anybody in a non-serious event, that just you're a bad person. But I mean, if you're playing for casual, it's all about learning, it's all about fun.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, if you want to go to a high-end tournament, I mean, if you're playing an ROC or
don't expect to have any friends.
No. You walk in there and everybody's your friend until that match. Or everybody's not your friend until that match is over. But anyway, and Mr. General here, sir.
That leaves him with.
That leaves me with the good. All right, and there's a lot of good.
There's too much good.
Actually. Well, let's talk about the community in general. I mean, this goes not only for heroclix, but in games in general. There is so much good that can be promoted as far as bringing new people in. With the young kids, I mean, games teaches kids a lot of skills, whether they want to learn in school or not. And I hate to bring up school in heroclix, but games in general.
Unless you're getting schooled.
Yeah, exactly. Game and academics go hand in hand. They teach you how to count. It teaches you strategy. It teaches you, familiarity. It teaches you competition. These are basic principles that children need.
Risk management.
Contrary to popular belief, I am not I hate participation prizes. I'll be the first one to say it. I hate people getting prizes just for showing up. I need people to compete. Okay, I have a very old school mentality. I like I'll give you top 3. After that, hey, next time, try harder. Yeah. Okay. Try harder.
Well, right? I will say this. I said, old proverb is you learn everything from losing and nothing from winning.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, I do admit that the first few times I was completely and totally destroyed without mercy, I learned an incredible amount about the game and the mechanics and how a simple strategy is good, a complex and very refined strategy is better, and and then of course if you're just completely cheeseballing it, that can be amazing and also make a lot of enemies.
He also learned that he can make tons of different new sounds when he was crying.
There you go.
Exactly,
Right.
and rage quitting.
Yeah.
Let me talk to y'all about rage quitting, because that is the byproduct of participation. Okay, that everybody, and in my opinion, that I believe that everybody believes they should win for some reason, and there's sometimes out there that good stiff competition that goes in there, and it would like. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Okay, good competition goes to the game. All right, and they come against a stiffer competition. And for instance, War of Light round 1, we had this guy come in. All right, we did 1 booster of War Light, 1 booster of at the time Superman Legion superhero Slosh. He pulled 2 chases out of there. Okay, one of them being Orion. Okay, which is a very nice.
Yeah,
and
then the other being obviously an entity.
Exactly. All right. So with that said, he's playing, and the guy he played against was one of my very best. And I won't say no names, but he knows who he was. Within 5 minutes of the game starting, I kind of glanced over because I was also participating in the tournament, and I see the guy, do something. He's like doing something with his hand, and he walks out, and I was like, well, I guess the match is over, and the other guy comes up to him like, man, I think dude's walked out and he quit. I was like, why? He's like, I beat him. He gets so mad, he takes the Orion, breaks it in half, pulls the bottom part, stretches it completely out. I'm like, how strong is this dude? That base is pretty strong. But he did that. That's a rage quit. That is that's something I do not appreciate.
Well, you're going back to the bad here, but let's
it's good.
That's good. I'll be honest. Number one, I actually think your point about the good is there is no better good of heroclix and then a healthy competitive metagame. I mean, people. I mean, the drive of competition is ultimately very, very good. Yeah, some people take it too seriously. Some people hold grudges, and that may be delving in back into the bad.
Today was a really good example of it. I mean, I couldn't tell you how. I've had a lot of fun playing the guys I played today. Matt and Josh. So you guys are really awesome.
2 really good players.
Yeah, I mean, it was down.
I've encountered them in the past. Fine competition.
Yeah. I mean, it got to the point where his speed demon was running away from my destiny. I mean, granted, he won, and it was a great way to win, but it was awesome. And this is. Whether you come out winning or losing, there's always that sense of accomplishment that comes after it, knowing that
giving someone the good fight.
You put in a lot of effort into it,
And that's the reason why I institute the handshake at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
I make it almost a point that you have to shake your opponent's hand. Not just the fact that it's just good sportsmanship, but it shows that it wasn't that serious at the end.
Yeah,
okay?
It's not personal. It's not personal.
In the end, it's a game.
It's just a game, okay? And that's something I want all my players to understand. It's just a game.
No! Okay, sorry. Sorry. Flashback for a second. Sorry.
Shell shock over here.
Yes. A little bit of a flashback. And you know what? I fully agree. It is.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Good.
One of my favorite, best parts about the community that this is exclusive only to the heroclix community. I've only seen this in heroclix. Is how welcoming people are to new players.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's like, here, you don't have anything. Here's a box of all my extra stuff.
You'll see 5 or 6 guys pull out something. Here, just take it.
I mean,
my wife's gonna leave me. You gotta take this.
It's so easy to get into it, and they're so helpful. They'll help you up until the point to where they play them for something they want. If they want, you're kind of on your own. Yeah. But up until that, as long as you don't have anything they want,
there you go.
You're golden.
There you go. And I'll be honest, I will say this: it is unbelievably welcoming. I haven't really been playing super long, but it is a very cherished community to me, and I think to the rest of us as well. And I'll be honest, we would love more people in the fold, and we would love. Number one, I think we would all really love a more communal,
more brotherly.
More brotherly. Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
So this has been the Stop Click here at Roll to Play in Coppell, Texas.
Thank you.
I'm Rockin' Raven.
What was my name?
Maniac.
Rockin' Raven?
He
Rockin'
did.
Raven.
And then the lovely General John King.
I'm lovely and I'm a general.
Tell
Yes.
us where we can find John.
John.
John, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me in several places on HC Realms.
No.
Oh, you talking about
Business.
Oh,
He's
business.
got an
I'm in the
OK
hood,
Cupid
yo.
profile.
Business
He's
wise.
on Christian Mingle.
Drop it. Christian Mingle.
Business. You can find me at Area 51 in Grapevine, Texas, on 201 North Barton Street. It's right across the street. Across the street from the bank.
There
so
you go.
You see us. Trust me. You'll see our front window. You cannot miss us. All right. Trust.
Thank you for watching the Stop Click, everybody.
Have a good night and a safe Halloween.
me.